It is truly an end of an era, and I honestly would have thought I would never have done it. But yes, I've sold my Xbox after 12 years. Wow. I used to play games for hours and hours a day. It was a huge part of my childhood, right? Huge. Literally every day, just multiple hours, playing with the boys, shooting the shit, having some fun. But now I've reached a point where it's time for a new chapter. And this isn't gonna just be a yeah video of me just talking about how I'm selling my Xbox. No, I want y'all to take away with something. And it's how you should transition between different phases of your life, letting go of the past, moving on with the future. I think it's a really important topic because with a lot of Gen Z people, we're transitioning between high school and adulthood. Plain and simple. People can handle adulthood better than others. A lot of people that were very into the school kind of life and very comfortable, they had a lot of people, then let's say they moved away after high school, they're gonna be the ones that are gonna really struggle letting go of the past because they enjoy their past. They actually enjoyed school in a lot of ways. And now when they enter adulthood and they gotta work a full-time job, it just doesn't hit. Whereas other people, they can let go of the past easier. Maybe they didn't have the best time in school. They kind of want to move on. So then, boom, when they actually start getting some money with whatever job they got, it kind of fulfills them in a different way. Everyone gets fulfilled in a different way. But I used to get fulfilled all the time by video games, and that's how most of y'all got fulfilled. But as the years have gone by, the need for gaming and just overall entertainment in general, not just gaming, has seemingly decreased very gradually. Every year it got less and less. The peak being like when I was 10, 11, 12 years old with COVID, and even 13. But ever since like middle school and especially high school, it has gotten less and less. But I was still playing a lot even just 3 years ago. But I really feel like it's this last year and a half that I really cut it down. Ever since I started this, that's when it really sank. I have found new goals and ambitions. This is something a lot of y'all are gonna have to deal with. Can you really picture yourself playing video games for hours and hours a day when you hit like 30? And let's say you have kids. Let's say you actually have a family. Are you really gonna have all the amount of time to play games and to really grind these ranks in like League of Legends or fucking Valorant or something? No, you're not gonna have that time. You're gonna have to move on. Some people stay more kiddish longer, so they tend to like go into their mid-late 20s, still playing games all the time, go to these parties on the weekends. But me, it seemed to have happened earlier. I thought I would play games in my 20s. A lot of people do, but I'm, I guess, part of that camp that has quit in this. As soon as I hit an adult, I'm 18 now, right? I graduated. Things have changed, and I'm ready to move into adulthood. That's my sort of philosophy. I'm not the type of dude that dwells on the past and wants to stay stuck in the whole school environment with all the people around. Like, yes, the social life was better then. Even after a month and a half of graduating, my social life has gone down. I'm not gonna lie to you. But with that, also my goals have increased. So it's not like it's all been negative. There's been some positives as well. A trade-off, right? Life is sacrifices. With less social life, less connections, less, I guess, fun, right? As you can say, I have become more into like the content and the business style stuff. This is like a very common transition, going from entertainment, sports, games, socializing, going to parties, to then starting to become more of a man, fulfilling your purpose. Because I believe that every single one of y'all has a purpose. Every single one. I don't care if you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm not good at anything I do. No, trust me, you're good at something. You just have not tried enough fucking shit yet. They try a couple things and then they say, oh, it's over. I suck. This is not for me. They probably only tried that like 1 or 2 times and then they just think, oh, that's it. Look, and then they give up. Y'all don't have patience. One thing I've noticed about this generation, especially, is the patience and attention span is fucking cooked. It is. The whole thing is, it is just time to move on. Before I sold this Xbox, which I sold it for $600, by the way, it came with a controller, a headset, and like 5 games. But the games are kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. And even 2 external hard drives. I had to sell that bitch for $600. I'm not gonna, undersell and try to rush things like, oh, I need money so bad. I don't need the money. I got a lot of money from graduation party. All of that is saved. And when I hopped on just for the last time, I didn't really feel anything. Like, I'm telling you, like, if you don't have friends to play games with, it really isn't that fun. A lot of people, when they play games, believe it or not, it's not because they're having fun. It's to escape the stress and pressures of life, especially after their 9 to 5. That's their cope. That's their vice. They just mindlessly play games. They want to accomplish this and that. And then a lot of them play by themselves and they just kind of numb their mind and just play. They're not actually having fun. Like, when I think of like a good game session, I think of you with your boys laughing, joking, shooting the shit, just goofing around the game, not taking it too serious. Because the moment you start grinding video games, you want to be super competitive. The fun, some people might have fun with it, but it's not as fun. Especially if you want to get to an esports level, which is very rare, you have to literally treat it like a job. It's a fucking job. You play that shit all day, every day. Your whole life is the fucking game. Just like with these certain athletes or whatever entrepreneurs, their endeavor or business, that's their whole life. Same thing with the esports people. That one game, just one game is their whole fucking life. The moment they wake up, they play. The moment they sleep, they play. I was never competitive. It was one game I was trying to be a little competitive, but it didn't go anywhere. I'm just so glad I sold it because it just marks an end of an era. And I'm the type that likes to move forward and leave shit in the past. So the fact that the whole side of the Xbox is gone now, it frees up my mind more and I can really concentrate more on what I was really placed on this earth to do. I wasn't placed on this earth to play Fortnite 24/7 or Minecraft. I was placed on this earth to document my life and help other young men, especially teenagers, fix their stagnant lives with simple health and fitness, not overcomplicated bullshit. That's why I'm going all in on this. I'm entering more of a fucking work season. This is summer, I know, but like I just got out of high school, I have a job and shit. I'll make a whole video on my experience with jobs and shit because I already have a little bit of shit to say. It's only been a month of being employed for the first time. With this work season, I'm cutting out a lot more distractions. The games are gone. Not really talking to anyone. I don't really have friends like that. I don't have any girls I'm talking to really. All just work. This laptop that I'm recording on for the first time is where I'm going to be doing all my shit. So yes, the whole thing was I sold the Xbox 600 and then I got a laptop with that. Yes, that was the investment. Because I was thinking like, okay, once I sold that 600 and I have all this graduation money, let's put it towards some decent computer. And I still could have spent more money for something a little better, but I don't want to get something too expensive. I just want something that's decent enough that's gonna last 4 or 5 years before it gets outdated. So I ended up getting an $800 Lenovo LOQ essential gaming laptop. And I wasn't gonna obviously use it as a game laptop. This is mainly for business, content creation, editing, whatever. But the stuff that makes gaming fast also makes editing fast. So I ended up getting that laptop. $800 after tax, $850. Then I got a 4-year protection plan for another $150. So I ended up being like $1,000 for all this shit. $1,000 fucking bucks. But the protection plan is worth it, especially if it's something this expensive. In case you drop it or you spill something, come and give you a new one for free because you paid the $150. So it's like, would you rather pay another $850 for a new one or just bite the bullet, pay the extra $150 now so that way you get a free one later on in case something happens? I'll go with the latter option. This is the first time recording on this laptop. I don't know if this video is going to perform well because the quality doesn't seem as good as my phone, which is like an S23 Ultra Galaxy. I can already tell by recording this, and because I'm so far into the recording now, I'm just going to post it. I don't give a fuck. But there's stutters where there's like freezes. I can tell already. Right here, froze. Whatever, it's just an experiment. YouTube is literally a time capsule at the end of the day. You're supposed to document your life. Show the highs and lows. I don't like all these fucking guys online that just, all they post are like the highlights and shit. Like all the good parts are like, they show their fucking house or their fucking pool or their cars and their money and shit. But they don't show the realism. They don't show that shit. And that's what I feel like YouTube is lacking nowadays. Now, I feel like it is better than it was a few years ago, ever since the self-improvement shit has grown. But I wanted even more of a realism sort of site. Because, you know, the flashy shit just gets old after a while. It's like, all right, yes, we know you have your supercars, bro. Like, I get it. It's fast, it's loud, it's cool looking. Oh, but I want to see what people are really going through because life is a game at the end of the day. You're just trying to get through shit. You want to see what other people have to say. That's why it's always interesting watching self-improvement videos, just seeing other people's perspective and learning shit. Because I only like to watch shit that I learn from. I don't want to watch mindless self-improvement because there are good and bad parts of self-improvement. Not all of it's good. This is the start of a new era. I just kind of want y'all to take away something with this video, and it's to just don't be afraid to move on, bro. If you're around my age, you're still very young. And I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, oh, you have so much time, bro. You're young, you know, just do it. No, like, even though I'm young, I don't give a fuck. I still want to rush. You can say to me all day, like, oh, you got time and time and time. But to me, I don't feel like that person. I feel like life is speed, motherfucker. Like, I gotta get moving. Because if you keep having that mindset, shit's gonna be put off and you're gonna be working at a slower rate and you're gonna be getting slower results because of it. So I'm moving fast. I don't know about you. I'm ready to move on, and I don't think you should be afraid to move on too. If the Xbox is not serving anymore like it did me, because let's be honest, video games are, the more devices you have, the less progress you're gonna make on the endeavors that you're really supposed to achieve and get through. And I'm all about this now. So if you're in my position and things are holding you back, don't be afraid to get rid of them. Just because you've been loyal to something for so long doesn't mean that you should stick with it. That's like saying, oh, you know, I've been with my girl for 9 years and I hate her so much, but because it's close to 10 years, you decide to stick with it anyway because of the whole 10-year label. Like, oh, let's hit the 10-year anniversary mark, even though you fucking hate her. Who cares about a number or a label? Fucking leave her, bro. It's ridiculous. Leave shit whenever, wherever. You need to stop wasting time. So that's the end of the video. I'm very appreciative if you've watched the whole thing so far. It's a lot to talk about since I graduated. If you want to check out another video of mine, this is everything I've learned after 1 year being a content creator.